Respected Chairman of the sessions, panelists, to all participants, very good morning. My presentations, I will basically show the e-government scenario of the Nepal and the possibility and the challenges of the cloud computing and virtualization in the developing countries by giving the example of our country. So what we have and how it can possible, and some of the issues which really challenges for the implementing the cloud computing of the virtualizations in the developing countries. Okay, let's introduce this country. You might be knowing that Nepal and India is like a brothers. You are the big brothers, we are the small brothers. You know a lot about the Nepal, even though we have 12 ISPs, 4 telecom operators, 147,000 square kilometers land, 143,351, water 3,000. We have the largest water resources in the world also. Population is around 2.29391 lakhs. And we have some of the specialties in our country. We are the land of Ledi, Mount Everest, Lord Buddha, Pashupatinath, the Gorkhas, land of the natures, all sides, things, tourisms, etc. So our vision in the e-governance is the citizen-centric services, transparent services, networking government, and knowledge-based society. So improve the quality of the people's life without any discriminations, translating regional and racial difference, and realize the socio-economic development by building a transparent government and providing value-added quality services through ICT. The social environment, official language is our Nepali. Literacy 48.6. Religion is Hindu, 77%, Buddhist 14, Muslim 3.8, Christian 2.4, and other 1.4. Our fact sheet is internet host 43,920 in 2010. Users are the 24,26,000 as of June 2011. The penetration rate is 10%. The current penetration of mobile is 43.6%. The mobile penetration is very high. So we have the rural network also with the terrestrials and terrestrial networks. This is the Annapurna base camp where you can have the Wi-Fi or the mobile connections in there and the tracking routes. So this is how the rural network has been in the tracking routes from Pokhara to the tracking with the Annapurna base camp and from Manang to Annapurna base camp. This is our Nepal Telecom Authority data, is latest data for the last month. So we have the 4 major universities, number of colleges 22 in the university, total 51 colleges, and these are the percentages. Estimated annual ICT graduates are in engineering 775, management 205, science and technology 129. Total 1,109 graduates every year passing out. So these are our banking at a glance. Commercial bank is on 2010 is 27. So in the overview of the ICT computer service sector in our country is the call centers, medical transcription, GIS, data mining, animation, backup data processing. So our e-governance initiation starts from the 1972, the introducing the supercomputer, that is a big computer, mainframe computers, I think. IBM 1401, they established the National Computer Center in the 1974. 1985, distribution of the personal computer. Government had distributed the personal computer to the government sector and the schools and some of the community centers in 1985. 1990, the liberation of the imports of equipments. There was no restriction to import the computer and computer parts from the 1990. Only 1% custom is there for the computer and computer parts. The establishment of the Ministry of Science and Technology in 1996. In 2000, we have released the IT policy. 2003, we have established the High-level Commission for Information Technology under the chairmanship of the Prime Minister. 2006, the Electron Transition Act, like your IT Act, has been enacted. And the 2007, Electron Transition Regulations has been passed. 2008, the establishment of the Office of Control of Certifications, like your CCA, Certifying Control of Certifying Authority. And 2012, the SLCIT has been dissolved. And 2013, the government, sorry, this is 2012, this is called under the chairmanship of the Prime Minister again, Nepal Information Technology Council. So trends in the present, that we have the persons employs all information systems. Inland revenue, online tax returns is there. E-banking, online post box, mobile cash, decisions of the land map. We have the government integrated data centers where from the cloud computing is possible. And we have the PKI infrastructure also. There is a public infrastructure. Future, the e-passport, national identity, like your UID, the DR center, disaster recovery centers, government disaster recovery center, I mean to say, vehicle registrations, government enterprise architecture is in the final stage, and many more. So isolated agencies are that Prime Minister Office, Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology, Ministry of Communications, Nepal Telecom Authority, National Information Technology Center like your NIC, Office of Control of Certifications, National Planning Commissions, and the non-government are like CAN, your NASCOMs, ICTAN, this is Information Communication Technology Association of Nepal, ISPSN of Nepal, and Information Technology Societies. So we have some legal instrument like International Broadcasting Act 1992, National Communications Policy 1992, Telecommunications Act 1997, revised in 2007, Information Technology Policy 2000, revised in the 2010, Telecommunication Policy 2004. Manpower costs around $400 per month and 8 hours a day and 26 days a month. Environment-friendly IT park in Kavre is near from 26 kilometers far from the Kathmandu towards to the Dhuli Hill. Is a tourist place. This is the business block.
It's $400 per month.
Yeah.
Is it the private sector gives that or
yeah. Private sector.
Private sector gives that.
Yeah.
Government may be lower.
Yeah, of course. Government, one engineer, computer engineer, is a gazetted third class, will be your around $200. Maybe. So this is the ground floor, the administrative blocks. This is also possible to having the center for the cloud computing. Government can do. This is the residence blocks. Facilities in the 50% tax-free, zero duty for importing IT accessories in the, if some company have the office or set up into the IT park. Arrangement for the 24-hour power supply, world-class broadband facility with international competitive rate. Treat ICT industry as essential service category there, no aggregations. So these are the structure, strategy, demand, factory conditions, and we have this steady improvement in infrastructure arena, labor cost arbitrage, favorable policy pushes on special economic zone and other related incentives, maximum flexibility in repatriation of foreign investment, implementation of e-government master plan, interoperability framework and government portal of the offering, growing internet user base, proximity with India and China, growing IT portfolios, talents, shortage in India, wage inflations. Here, if you can import the guys from the Nepal, it will be cheaper than what you have, compared to the...
If we have talent shortage.
If you have talent shortage. But you don't have a talent shortage.
I guess so.
You know, the ICT is information communication technology. I used to say that it is the India-China technology. Because the India is the number one for the software, manpower, outsourcing, BPO, was number one. China is somewhere about the hardware in this.
No, I just have a question for the audience also. You have given a figure of 1109 people coming out from the universities.
Yeah.
That is 200 maybe science and technology and then 800.
Yeah.
Are they all, they are all employable and get employment?
No.
Private sector.
No.
So they go out?
They go out. They go out to the US, they go out to the India also. They are working in the Bangalore, they are working in the Hyderabad also.
Percentage wise, how much?
Around 60% are going out.
So 40% you create. So around.
So they are doing that some more because of their family attachment or some properties or some other business related. So they are staying there. More than 60% are going.
No, do your private sector grows in that manner just so that 300 jobs are created every year?
No,
or
no.
No, not
No,
that.
no. So the opportunity 35% cost effective in labor than the cost effective is only second or third destination of R&D, especially economic zone. Fantastic fiber link with India. We have the east and west highway, all the optical fiber with the help of the government of India. Yeah, yeah. Cloud be reliable for the DR side, 100% foreign direct investment, one Windows policy, good operations. So these are the policy initiatives. All Nepal joined in the WTO in 2004. The industrial policy has been revised in 2010 again. So these are the institutional arrangement. Okay, now so travel like any part of the world, and for the Indian, it is a very nice. You can fly from like we want to fly from the Delhi to Hyderabad, same like a Delhi to Kathmandu. You don't need to have any passport or the visa. Just ID card is just sufficient. So anytime you can go and can come. For the other part of the world, and the honorable visa is there. Now, the benefit what Anurag has already told about what is cloud computing and everything, so I didn't have to repeat these things. So considering that this e-government scenario, so we feel that the benefit will be of course, the government is not spending much more money into the Ministry of Science and Technology. I really impressed with Anurag is that if earlier in the India it was not attractive the Ministry of Science and Technology or posting on it. But in Nepal now, if government want to give the punishment, still now, the bureaucrats, IAS officers will be transferred to the Ministry of Science and Technology. Still now. Okay. They had given me the punishment and they made me the controller.
Oh, you think so?
No, they had done.
They thought.
They thought that. But I did the things there. I established that my PKI centers. Earlier in the last in security also I told that. So what is the meaning of PKI? I told to the Prime Minister, Minister of that Finance, give me the budget. So I need the PKI. What PKI? You PK and I? They were training. So they are not literacy problems, breakers in the illiteracy. That is. So, but
One
even.
related question.
Sorry.
How many digital signature certificates you have issued so far?
No, we have just finished the setting up our root certifying authority. So we have designed before establishing our root certifying authority, we took some survey that if there is a possibility to anybody will come to get the license for to be a certifying authority. So we did not find anybody there that time. So what we designed is the controller office, that is a root certifying authority, has one setup with one cost and could be utilized in such a way so that there will be the one root certifying authority as well as the government issuing certifying authority also. So designed in such a way. So now this is already in the setup in the government. There is a government issuing certifying authority is already there, but it is not functioning because we have to change something into the regulations, IT regulations. Because controller infrastructure cannot be used unless until the regulations will be amended over there. So this is in the process. Now we established this in the February. That was inaugurated by our Right Honorable Prime Ministers, and now nobody till now has taken the license to be a certifying authority. That's the thing. So we are in the process of the amending that regulations and take the initiative from the government to issue the digital signatures to the public, at least for the government employees to implementing all government projects. So now. Of course, the cloud computing gives the manpower cost of the engineers, infrastructure cost like software, hardware, what he had already shown that. You need to have to the license, cost is this. This is recently we had succeeded to finalize the one agreement with the Kaspersky, who is leading in the antivirus internet security. So they were selling they are still selling, not where, they are still selling internet security for 1 year for one user as a Nepalese rupees around 2,100, that is your 1,250 or 60 rupees Indian currency. So we asked the Kaspersky, why don't you give me on 25 rupees for the government sector, so that we can issue all the government office whether virus free. Why don't you provide us the antivirus in 25 rupees? That's in Indian cost around 12 rupees something, up to 13 rupees maybe. So they laughed initially, because we calculated that there may be more than 200,000 computers all over the Nepal government office. So if government will pay 2,000 rupees for one desktops, then it is 200 into 2,000 into 200,000. So a lot of money is going out. So we request for them. So then we will protect your piracy, this, that, this. Now after they agreed. So we are now in the 29th June, the agreement is going to be signed with the Kaspersky. So software cost, licensing cost is very high. So now we are starting to dialogue with the Microsoft also. So why don't you give like this? Because this cost high. But in the cloud, you don't have to take the initiations that licensing cost is very low on the air. So no headache of the maintaining upgrading these things. I remember in the 2 months back that our sponsor NIT Technology came to the Kathmandu for the marketing the core banking software, because they have the 37 core banking. So they had the one cloud banking cloud environment, and they're offering the clouds for the core banking system. So in one bank, I helped them to introduce these things by the emails and all things. And I calculated, so the cost of the core banking systems, when one time you pay, is the same cost for the 10 years of the cloud solutions for a bank which is having the 15 branches. A bank having the 15 branches, if they pay the monthly regular fees, money for the cloud-based core banking solutions, if you calculate for the 10 years, then the cost is the same of the one time you pay. And you have to pay next year, you have to pay around 25 to 30% as a AMC, annual maintenance, and support this thing. So how it is easy. So by the 10 years, the technology will be changed. The upgradation is required. The act may be changed. So that has to be updated. So this is a very headache-free, wherever it is. But for the government, it is what he had told is that, so how do I have a trust with that cloud service providers? How government will do? Either government need to have their own cloud service providers. Government has to take the initiative to establish their own cloud services. I remember that when I took the in charge as a controller, I asked the N. Vijayadatta to have an appointment with him, because he was the controller on that time, and with the Kamlesh Bajaj. I came. I just wanted to learn exactly what is the role of the controllers, because you have a lot of experience over here. And being a very neighbor, so we used to come here, and I asked him. So they gave them an appointment. And when I asked him that time, he told that, why you are investing money? We have the setup, everything is here. You can ask, you can write down an embassy letter, we can give you this infra, you can put your route here. Like how you, in the one neighbor, you can ask these things. He assured me like that. But when I went back to the Nepal and I asked my chief secretary, sir, I got this offer, what to do? Okay, we'll discuss this, he told me. So I think this is not a big problem. But when they consult with some all other IT, this thing, and the root and our IT Act, so everything they analyze, no, it should be in the here. Because you cannot give it to the other countries like this, the route. The same thing the Taiwan government has also offered us. Okay, we'll give you the cloud solution for the PKI. You didn't have to spend. No, they are not. So like this, the government cannot give their data to be stored into the private sectors or in the other sectors. So that is the big problem. And government is not having that much of the sufficient manpower in our country cases. I don't know about the here also what is the exactly. But in our cases is that government doesn't have the sufficient manpower, technical sound manpower, so that they cannot offer the cloud services to the government departments. Because the private sector are offering the more salaries, more benefits to them. So that is the one problem, the major problem. So considering our countries and our connectivity, so cloud is a very, very headache for us now. We cannot provide the cloud because the connectivity is very low. There's a mountain sound. Most of the part of our country is a mountain, and we don't have optical fiber in there, these things. Sometimes if some disaster happen also, though, we cannot access the mobile over the years due to some connectivity problems. Besides, cost is there. So the bandwidth. We don't have our own satellite. We're taking some satellite services from India also and the other countries also. So the connectivity is a big problem. So the district office cannot connect with the minister on online in some remote places, like north places, like nearby some hilly area. So this is if you want to make the connectivity permanently over there, then it will cost a lot. The government cannot afford these things. So the nature of the government data. Yesterday, I remember that there was one session that IT enabled service, and the gentleman from the Ministry of External Affairs for the Passport Seva Kendra. It's very nice, fantastic. I request him, why don't you come to the Nepal and show our people to the Ministry of External Affairs, because we have a big queue in there. When we started the MRP passport. Now, what we are doing the practice is that all the district collector office, they are collecting the applications and they checked it. They are doing as like a registration authority.
2 minutes.
Okay. They work as a registration authority and they packed it, sealed it, sent to the Kathmandu from the district, and Kathmandu people will enter the data and print the MRP, and again sealed it and sent back to the district office. This is a very long process. But when he finished his presentation, I asked them, how do you succeed to deploy your passport officer into the different district places? That's what I was interested, because nobody wants to go to out of the very different district places in the passport Seva Kendra. So it's implementation challenges. So this is the same things what we have also. The government has thought also of these things. So if we can provide the cloud services on the MRP also, so it's due to the connectivity, due to the literacy of the e-readiness of the peoples in the different lines, it's not possible. So by this, the time is not there. So I end my presentations, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thanks.